Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your host, DB Smiley, bringing you some Division B East action, the Beast Division, here on the Nexus Gaming Series, as we're going to see Jailbait versus Murky's Hit Squad, and we got a doubleheader. Murky's Hit Squad tonight, going to pick up this match, and then we're immediately going to flip over to Winston Churchill Manatees after this match is over. So it's going to be a fun night. Going to cast at least 4 games. Hoping I get another best of 3 series in 1 or 2 of the sets tonight. Always fun. But jumping into this, Jailbait and Murky's Hit Squad. Neither team's really played a lot yet. So this is technically a Week 2 match being played late due to scheduling issues. But we haven't really seen a lot from either of these teams. So it's kind of a mystery. We could start to see just pretty meta bans out of the gate. And that looks like what we're seeing. Jaina being targeted by Jailbait. Tank Choke here with Diablo and Anubarak by Murky's Hit Squad. What's the second ban going to be? Was that a hero target or was that a comfort target? That's the question. And I will find out the answer. It's going to be out of ban, so pretty meta. Battlefield of Eternity. Still got Vala up. Still got Greymane up. Both have been stepping up into the meta, being played more and more and more. ETC, though, going to be the first pick, and at this point, you almost expect it. ETC's really just, this season, has gone from being like, maybe he's good again, to insta-pick, insta-pick, insta-pick. So, I've rarely seen him get past the first 3 picks if he gets past bans. But there's Greymane Tyrande. And Greymane climbing the ranks here, as we've seen, especially with the recent buffs that have come his way. Still at only a 23% pick rate, kind of a lower win rate, but on this map, never went out of style. Galaxy going to be jumping onto that hero. An H2O grabbing the Tyrande. Obviously, a great pick onto the map. And there is a Kael'thas. So foregoing what you would consider traditional ban here, or traditional burn here, instead choosing to get really the team fight potential out of the Kael'thas and the Imperius. And what team fight potential it is. A lot of options. That said, Tyrande has that very short cleanse cycle because of Celestial Attunement. So she'll be able to deal with it a little bit. Stukov going to be banned out. Makes sense. There's a lot of CC lockdown here. Just trying to make sure that they don't have to deal with that. Especially since Tyrande cannot cleanse Stukov root. And she can't really cleanse his silence since it immediately gets reapplied. I believe it's an 1/8 of a second later. At max. So we'll see where it's going. Tank Choke still coming in. Joanna banned out now. That leaves up Garrosh, which is a good combo here with Tyrande and Greymane. Leaves up Garrosh. That also leaves up Stitches as an option. Blaze. Okay, so we're gonna get Raynor Blaze. And Raynor can pair very well with the Blaze and the Tyrande. Tyrande could be going True Shot Aura here just to increase attack speed. It would make a lot of sense. It would give them absolutely insane burn. And here's the Deckard, so even more CC here. And ironically, Poke Flute may be putting him to sleep. I get it, because the Poke Flute wakes up Pokemon and... Alright. Good talk, everyone. Anyway, I am such a fucking loser. There's the Hanzo. So there's their burn, but it's more follow-up burst damage, more CC. So all 5 heroes on the enemy team have some type of stun on the side of Murky's Hit Squad. So a huge CC comp, and I love the Tyrael pick here. To deal with that, it provides some extra support through the... Sanctification. Sanctification and Bunker potentially available, so they've drafted a lot of defensives, so they clearly just want to focus the objective and just not die. They want to be able to counter-engage. That's going to help them a lot. So that seems to be the focus as we jump here into the first match. Going to be an exciting game. I really don't know what to expect here. We've not really seen much of either team. Murky's hit squad currently at 5 points. Jailbait at 0, but they've only played Reborn Knights Black. And one of the games was very competitive. Reborn Knights Black currently the #1 team in the division. Jailbait's been around a long time. They're good. They're good players. They're a good team. We'll see how they do. I expect Blaze to be the solo laner, but in terms of how they fight, I think a lot of it is Blaze can set up and engage with a Tyrande follow-up. So it depends on what you mean. I expect Blaze to be in the solo lane, if that's what you're asking. But anyway, jumping now into the match. Looking forward to this one. On the left side, we're going to have H2O on Tyrande, Fragstellar on Raynor, Kobo going to be on Blaze, Galaxy on Greymane, Tyrael going to be played by Cowthon. It is Jailbait. And on the right, Murky's hit squad, we see Ekib going to be on Hanzo, Bishop Mist on Imperius, Pokeflute on Deckard, Sealy Man going to be on Kel'Thas, and Key to You going to be on ETC. Level 1 talents? So many stacking quests. Mana Globe, hit roots, hit W's, not a stacking quest. Meanwhile, shockingly enough, we have a Loon's Chosen from Tyrande. I know, right? Tyrael going with that extra ally shield just because of how much CC is here. I like that. Greymane actually choosing Cocktail build, looking like. And that's interesting. Normally you'd see the viciousness, especially on this map, but trying to get some extra poke, very worried about being engaged on, so wanting to have that safe poke available. Blaze is going stacking globes, and ace in the hole here for Raynor. Fragstellar walking away. So far, though, pretty uneventful here in bot lane. Living Bomb on Galaxy needs to get disengaged, but he's fine. Up here in the top, equally uneventful, just both teams killing the hero, or killing the minions one at a time. Nothing too surprising. I do like what the Tyrael's doing, shielding the minions here, making sure that they have a lot of options in that regard. Frag needs to be careful. Bomb spread. Ooh. Galaxy rotating down there actually made Fragstellar do a little butthole pucker move. Key to You very low, power sliding in, going for the kill, and Galaxy going to punish. The Living Bomb, though, onto 2 members. H2O going to have to run through Flame Strike. Does stay alive, though, and perhaps an aggressive move there by the ETC. Definitely getting punished, and we're going to see the immediate rotation into this siege camp. ETC only just now coming back up, though. The health bars are a bit low, but Tyrande definitely going to get a lot of healing off. Needs to avoid spreading Living Bomb. Does disengage it well. Galaxy now low. But very good Living Bomb disengages by Jailbait. They're not giving Kel'Thas a ton of free damage. And that's ultimately the goal here. And this is where Deckard, he's not the best throughput healer right now because of some of the nerfs he got. He got buffed up, it helped, he's okay. But when Tyrande can get auto attacks off, she can out-heal a lot of healers in the game, and Deckard really is one of them. And H2O doing a very good job being just aggressive enough, getting off as many auto attacks as possible, making sure to attack them anyways, keeping those cooldowns low. And we see rotations here into the bruiser camps. Already Murky's hit squad grabbing it. Blaze thinking about top camp? No, just checking it. Bruiser camp picked up bottom. Siege camp is there. It's low, but there's still one Impaler there, and it can do a bit of damage. But already ETC stepping up to defend. Raynor gonna get stunned down here. No, got away. So sneaky. Root combo, not hitting anyone. Sorry, not root combo, just a general root. ETC power sliding in, trying to face, oof. Actually face melted people out of the flame strike there. And now Key to You gonna go down due to Raynor and Greymane jumping on top. Living Bomb spread. Tyrael, really good disengagements of these Living Bombs by Jailbait. They're doing this better than many teams I've seen this season, but you know, they're not spreading it. They're reducing. They're really going to neuter Kael'thas when you don't spread Living Bomb. And it's not just like that they're not spreading Living Bomb. It's that they're doing a good job avoiding spreading Living Bomb even when they're congested as a team. Imperious going in now onto Kalthon. Kalthon, though, has the Elune chosen, stepping up, does eat a Flame Strike. There's a Power Slide, trying to get the damage. Kalthon, oh, great Eldruin's Might out of there. Would have ate the stun, probably would have died. But that said, Murky's hit squad going to grab these globes. It's going to help out ETC here. Getting that Prog Rock stack. Greymane now coming up top. Imperious is top as well. And with this Bruiser camp never cleared on this bottom lane, the wall is already down. And it looks like nobody is staying bot here for Murky's hit squad. So 3 people rotating in late. They're already going to get a lot of wall damage with this Immortal. Meanwhile, on bottom, Blaze is free channeling, while Imperious still rotating down. Kalthon is going to get rooted here. Deckard halfway done with that stacking quest. Good gravity lapse there. Stun coming in. We are seeing the Lunar Flare instead of the True Shot Aura. You know, that's the normal play. It's a great play with the Blaze. Easy follow-up. True Shot Aura would have been pretty fun, though. Not going to lie. True Shot Aura, for those who don't know, it increases the auto attack damage or auto attack speed of allies around you. But now, solo lanes in bot, 4 versus 4 in the top. Kalthon gonna get power slid on. Root combo trying to cut him off. Baits out the Eldrin's Might long enough. There's the Elune's chosen. H2O doing some really solid healing here. Flame Strike comes in, chunks H2O. Nice solo Lunar Flare there as well. But Murky's hit squad, they're recovering from that. There was a little bit of a macro misplay. But now actually moving on to the Shrine. I'm going to back off. Stun onto ETC. Got a bit stacked up there. Having to dodge the root and the Flame Strike. Living Bomb there on the Galaxy. Meanwhile, Blaze playing patient, soaking at the wall. I have a gate, neener. Good luck trying to pick me. Both teams level 8. Slight XP lead to Jailbait. And those forts are low. No Kata's in the lane yet. But you kind of wonder if maybe Jailbait will try to play for something like that. Tyrande and Greymane, both Hearth. Greymane moving in, looking potentially to burn. Bishop Mist, though, going to spot out Galaxy, and Galaxy's in a really bad spot, completely isolated. And that's going to be a dead Greymane. And that is what MHS needed now. They can push up, they can get some structure. Siege Camp, though, going to be grabbed in this top lane. So Jailbait going to be content to get some split push value here. Blaze likely rotate down, just trying to find level 10s. Halftime's here, Greymane's still down, so MHS should win this Immortal. It's just a question now of how much do they win this Immortal. So Burn going to be able to come in. Because this is the offensive side Immortals, and it's not really worth it, I think, right now for MHS to even try to defend with anyone, and they just want to burn. They're still getting about a 67% Immortal. In terms of shield, so pretty healthy. And Imperious now in the top, having to defend this top lane. So it's going to be a 4 versus 4 push. Level 10's come here for MHS, but they're going to tick over any second for Jailbait. There they are. We got Sleep, Dragon's Arrow, Mosh Pit, Angelic Armaments, and Phoenix. The ults I expected. On the other side, Starfall, Cursed Bullet, Sanctification, Bunker, and Hyperion. There's some flex options there, but there's the Starfall, making sure that they can get plenty of burn onto this Immortal. And that's just a great zoning tool. And with Blaze down here as well, they're going to get this burn pretty quick. Is ETC going to look for a Mosh? Good bunker there. Living Bomb once again being disarmed well. So no real value off that Immortal in a huge way. I mean, they've kind of equalized that lane. They certainly got walled, but that fort's still standing. Which, when you have 67% shields, you really want to get a lot more value off it. But it looks like they might go in for this, or at least they're going to go in and take the siege camp, or are they? Sanctification is available. Cawthon throwing the Eldruin's Might in, looking for it, but you got to watch. ETC could mosh here. There's the Sanctification, and ETC drops. I don't know. I would have liked to have seen him just power slide there and go for that mosh. I may not have had power slide ready, or he was worried about something interrupting him, but I mean, certainly you don't necessarily want to mosh while Sanctification's up, but at the very, maybe forcing out Sanctification there and forcing Tyrael to back off the point could have helped. I don't know. It's a tough team fight there. When oh, here's the Starfall. Bishop missed, getting stunned out, but there's the turnaround route. Cawthon very, very low, and there's the mosh pit now. Gonna get some value. Tyrael's gonna go down. Galaxy and Fragstellar still alive thanks to H2O, but not for long. H2O gonna be able to walk away. Lunar Flare not able to stack an additional time, but pushed up a bit, but they got the fort, but now with only 2 people alive, they're gonna have to give up their own Bruiser camp and possibly bot fort as well. Almost certainly bot fort as well. Bruiser camp being grabbed. Imperious going to deal with this top, though. So both forts down now. So catapults in every 3rd wave in each lane for top and bottom. And the Bruiser camp's up, and now with Greymane and Raynor joining, you could start to see the makings of an engage. Imperious joining as well. Let's see if we get the engage here. Mosh is down for another minute, so this is a good time to engage. Sleep got interrupted there by Jet Charge. Great stun there by Kobo. And now with the slows, he's letting the team engage, and he did a great job not lighting the oil on fire to make sure that the team stayed slow. Ooh. Flame Strike, though, doing a lot of damage. Starfall, kind of a dud. But now an opportunity to burn with those 2 kills. Hanzo and ETC down. Galaxy moving straight on. Tyrande got that Hunter's Mark on there, but also gonna do some burn top. This race definitely favors Jailbait at the moment, but they're still gonna get some shield reduction here. Kobo going in for the charge, just trying to reduce it. Taking a bit of damage there from Kel'Thas, but he's fine. And here come the globes. ETC will have Mosh up in just a second. Phoenix will be up as well. It's going to be a bottom, which actually favors Jailbait, because with this fort so vulnerable, it means that no one can just split push grab that fort to equalize bot lane. But it's not a heavily shielded Immortal, so if Jailbait's going to get value off this, they need to do it by getting some kills. Drana and Blaze joining the fight. ETC just checking the bush. Tyrael coming up the side. Eldruin's Might with the Holy Ground, tried to cut people off from the gate, but wisely fell back to MHS. Wall's gonna go down, but I don't think it's gonna be much else. Now you need to be careful. Mosh is up. And there's a little bit of clumping here by Jailbait, but ETC gets caught out and gets deleted by that Tyrande combo. And the sleep comes in, but there's enough damage to wake everyone up, so not a lot of value on stay a while and listen, but now Cawthon so low, managed to stay alive, dropping Sanctification just to stay that way. Tyrande trying to get the heals out. And that was ETC just getting deleted. And there you see where Decker doesn't have that burst healing, especially when you go into Rejuvenation Potion over the Shielding Potion. It's going to be hard to deal with that single target burst damage that we're seeing out of Jailbait. So sometimes there's a bit to watch with the healer matchup. And maybe you need to adjust your build there and go for something like Shielding Potion. But now, Jailbait with an advantage. They have the keep. They have catapults in lane on bottom. Potentially looking to invade, but without everyone there, they're just going to kind of back up, play safe. Bottom lane going to get cleared up here, but meanwhile, Jailbait rotating up towards this top structure. They're going to take the siege camp and then immediately clear up this bruiser. But here comes the rotation from MHS. Looking potentially for this engage before level 16. Hanzo in bot lane, not in the fight, but could at least Dragon's Arrow if they want to take it. Still, MHS's split is not the time for them to fight. Level 16 is so close for Jailbait. This is an aggressive play. And we still did not see the cocktail quest. So I mentioned cocktail build earlier. So it is still the Quicksilver Bullet, which makes sense. But now, with the level 16, I expect to see a very good burn with Tyrande. Now, Tyrande did not take the Hunter's Mark upgrade, which is popular on this map. Harsh Moonlight, of course, is the meta talent. It's the default talent. But on this map, getting that CDR and Hunter's Mark lets you keep Hunter's Mark uptime 100% on the Immortal. So sometimes can be valuable. That said, their burn really doesn't need the help. But now we're seeing the engage. Starfall trying to make that engage awkward. ETC had the Mosh, didn't choose to use it there with the power slide. Greymane going in with the Illusion Chosen, but there's the Dragon's Arrow. There's the sleep, only hitting onto Kobo. Kobo gets damaged, gonna be able to bunker out. Great disengage there. And you gotta give credit to H2O. Great Illusions Chosen to keep Galaxy alive in that situation. He was in a really bad spot. Mosh, the only ultimate left for MHS. Taps coming in, though, by Jailbait. They can re-engage this. Just avoid getting clumped. That's the only thing you gotta negotiate is Mosh Pit. Jet Charge. Not hitting anyone. Once again, now DPS separated is Fragstellar. But he actually gets knocked back a bit to safety there. Now Bishop Mist is gonna fall. The chase is on. Key to you. Once again, very low H2O, though. Having to back up because of just some of that damage spread. Galaxy spreads the Living Bomb over to Fragstellar, so... Ooh, Sanctification being used. Tyrael solo trying to stay alive. ETC power slides on the Greymane. Gets the kill with that Echo Pedal helping out. But still, this is a 100-0 Immortal. And Blaze securing the kill there onto Kael'thas. Great job with the help of Raynor. And with 2 Katas on core, they have to turn their attention there. This is a full shielded Immortal. Top lane with only a keep in the way. This is a pretty typical end condition, but no Greymane. And Greymane is certainly their top burn at the moment. So we'll see if they can do this. Push coming in. Knocked back there by Fragstellar. Still in the Starfall is Bishop Mist. Actually blinking back into it now. Bishop Mist in a really bad spot. Holy Ground gonna secure the kill. And with that death, this could be potentially game ending. Greymane rotating top to join this fight. Flame Strike there. Kalthon taking some damage. This Immortal still has some shields. Kobo looking for the engage. And here comes Greymane now. There's a stun on to Key to You. Key to You trying to get away. Holy Ground gonna buy some space. There's the Jet Charge. Galaxy going in for the kill and finds it. And now this should be the game. Jailbait moves on to core. Very strong performance by them in this series. Let's see if they can lock it down. Bunker is available, but not even needed. Jailbait goes up 1-0 in the series. Very, very dominant win there by them. Let's take a look at the stats. H2O, you know, pretty much matched Deckard on healing, but when it comes to effective heals, it just wasn't close. It seemed like every time someone got low, the Illusion Chosen came out, and Tyrande was just keeping people alive. So the clutch heal, definitely the story there. Meanwhile, Key to You really had a hard time getting into that match. Every time he engaged, it seemed like he got caught out. Couple times he kind of ate some poke stun and then got engaged on. So want to clean up that play. Don't get tilted though. Just stay relaxed. Try to clean up the play. Get back into it on the next match. We'll see how MHS tries to recover. We're going to get set up for map number 2. So we'll be right back. Stick around here to the Nexus Gaming Series. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, everyone. Next is Gaming Series. DB Smiley here. Jailbait looked dominant in that first match. Murky's hit squad had some moments, but wasn't really able to consistently engage. There was just so much single target damage, and Deckard really had a hard time dealing with that. And that's it's good sometimes to know how to counter an opponent healer, and we definitely saw, you know, that counter by Jailbait. They weren't clumping up too much. They were doing a good job of spreading whenever Deckard stepped up for sleep. And they were just doing great single target damage, which is where Deckard can struggle with that burst sometimes, unless he goes into the shielding potion. So we'll see if he can adjust, if we see MHS adjust. They are not going to play the ETC again. They're just going to take it off the map. It is something that they want to deny, certainly. ETC is someone that I think you need to deny. But not going to take it themselves. I think it's a good adjustment to make. Meanwhile, H2O doing the bans. He's going to ban out Diablo. Ekeb going to be doing the bans as well. And already we're seeing quite the tank choke here. 3 of the top tanks, all 4 of the kind of top tanks in the game right now down. Garrosh is kind of the top tank left. Do we see the rotation into the Garrosh right now? This is not his best map, simply because there's so many minions around that it can be hard to get the throws off. So we are going to see the Jaina. That is something that I know Galaxy likes to play quite a lot. Wanting to make sure, and they put a lot of value on that hero with the slows that it can bring. This team really values kind of movement speed oriented comps. Jailbait does. And we saw that last game with Tyrael providing just a lot of movement speed to his teammates.
Anna checking in.
Anna, going to be the first grab. Poke Flute, once again, going to be putting people to sleep. And even more sleep. So if you like nap time, you're going to love nap time too. The Mal'Ganising. Key to you, going to be jumping onto Mal'Ganis. And that is likely to be their main tank. Now, Mal'Ganis can have difficulty engaging, so sometimes you want to see like a good flanking soul laner there, something like the Blaze or the Leoric. Tyrande Muradin, so an oldie but a goodie here coming out. And, you know, Tyrande worked exceptionally well for Jailbait in the last game. I don't see a reason to change that now, especially when you're dealing with this much stun potential with the sleeps. Celestial Attunement, gonna be a must pick. Maiev banned out on the other side, so targeting something we've seen from Jailbait in the past. Kael'thas gonna be banned, trying to deny that shrine clear. So right now we haven't seen any DPS yet from Murky's hit squad. What are we going to get? Are we going to get the Imperius again? That's a question worth mentioning. But then, how do they get Shrine Control? Gul'dan's available, and he's exceptionally good Shrine Control, but not the most impactful teamfight hero, typically. Just because his damage, it's not the most effective. But we're going to see Phoenix Gul'dan. Okay, so there's your Shrine Control, and it's quite a fair amount of it. The Salvo for the team fights on the Shrine, and then Gul'dan, really just exceptional Shrine clear. But it's not going to be, we saw Sealy Man on the Mage last time. He's actually jumping onto the Phoenix, and it's going to be Ekeb jumping onto the Gul'dan. The last 2 picks coming in now for Jailbait. It's going to be Frag Seller and Kobo, so we're going to see Solo Lane and Ranged Assassin. Sylvanas. Sylvanas getting pretty late into the draft. She's become quite meta, but she actually was not picked in the last match at all, and she was not banned, if I recall, so kind of surprised at that. But then there's Yrel, and the Yrel, I like that because it's a good way to get pressure onto Gul'dan. Yrel, fairly unkillable. And then there's the Leoric, which like I said, I wanted a good, like, flanking bruiser, so I'm getting just that here with Bishop Mist. My Jedi Mind Meld working quite well. And so, yeah, looking at this draft, I mean, obviously, once again, a ton of single target damage here from Jailbait. Sylvanas is all about that single target damage, and they have quite a lot of lockdown with Jaina with Muradin and with Tyrande. Muradin, Tyrande obviously being the classic stun combo. The stun combo that made Blizzard nerf pretty much all stuns at some point. After I first started playing the game, it was right after the Haka patch. There was actually an across-the-board stun duration nerf. Almost everyone lost about a quarter-second stun duration. But here we go now. Jumping into the match. Everyone's got their SSDs because that loaded super fast. Jailbait versus Murky's Hit Squad. Here we go. On the left, HU on Tyrande, Fragstellar on Sylvanas, Kobo. Going to be playing Uriel Galaxy on Jaina and Cawthon. Going to be playing the Muradin. And on the right, Murky's Hit Squad, hoping to win this, take it to a game 3. It's going to be Ekib on Gul'dan, Bishop Mist on Leoric, Poke Fluid on Ana, Sealy Man on Phoenix, and Kiryu going to be playing the Mal'Ganis. Level 1 talents.
3, 2, 1.
Pretty standard across the board. Winged Guard. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, that's not the one I've picked before. I haven't played a lot of Mal'Ganis, but every time. Okay, so it's like block stacks. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Gul'dan going with that Q build. Mal'Ganis now separated out. Needs to be a bit careful. He's taking a lot of damage. Sleep coming in. The armor reduction is there, though. Kobo going to be able to jump out, as is Cawthon. And a slight clear lead here to MHS as they start their 4-man rotation. Mal'Ganis actually gives up the bush. Muradin potentially going to be able to flank on. Mal'Ganis now going in for the sleep. Focus there onto Cawthon in terms of damage. Ana just chunking out the heals. Sorry, I'm in Philadelphia. Someone was just honking outside my window. Quite loud. But with that, 4-man rotations, we're definitely seeing a wave clear lead. Shockingly enough to the team with the Gul'dan. Obviously not at all shocking. Phoenix gonna be able to start this siege camp. Kiryu being disruptive, but there's the stun. And that might actually go not in favor of MHS. Kiryu there, perhaps trusting his escape a little too much. And now Cawthon, seeing this, says, hey, guess what? Your tank's dead. That'll be our siege camp. And Phoenix tries in vain, but that's going to be it. And Jailbait getting back into rotations. And with that kill on the Mal'Ganis, it sparks the camp steal. And that's actually going to help them on these rotations as we see a cap onto this middle neutral camp. I shouldn't say middle camp, I should say neutral camp. But mid implies bot lane, or mid implies middle lane, excuse me, not bot lane. But Bishop Mist getting that soak. Kobo was rotating down just in case it was needed, but up back top is Jaina. Gonna be able to grab this soak here in the mid lane. And Jailbait doing a good job communicating the rotations, making sure they're not missing any of this precious XP. And now just supporting their camp in mid more as a distraction while Phoenix, or Sylvanas, excuse me, grabs the siege camp over here. So good camp rotations. Now might be a good time to jump onto the bruiser by both teams. Leo currently soaking the top. Kobo not up there at the moment, so a chance to get some advantageous soak, but Kobo rotating up now. But actually, Jailbait, instead of the bruiser camp, they want to go for wall, and with the Sylvanas, I think that's actually the better play. I like this macro call quite a lot. Open up a condition. Now, we saw Roll One Esports do this strategy on Infernal Shrines, where they just split push. They gave up the first Punisher, and they split push hard. And when they did that, they focused the bot lane, and they got very unlucky because bot lane never came up. 4 shrines came and went. It went mid-top, mid-top. So it's a bit risky on this map to all in on one lane and give up 2 Punishers, which is what we saw Roll One do. But we're actually not seeing Jailbait give this one up. They're stepping up. They're actually getting a decent lead, though Gul'dan can always turn it very quickly. Fragstellar actually quite low. Gonna need to get some heals there from Tyrande. The Elun's Chosen is used on the Fragstellar, though, and that's going to be quite an amount of healing. A little bit of a misread there by Ichuo on the Lunar Flare, and this Gul'dan doing a good job zoning the point. About equal on minions now. Uriel coming in with the knockback. He2U stepping up, zoning well, and I think at this point, this is MHS's shrine to lose, and I Would be surprised if they lost it. 37 minions with the Gul'dan. Some stuns coming in, but ooh, Cawthon having the Dwarf Toss out. Good Lunar Flare there by Tyrande. But this is Arcane Punisher. First Punisher going over to MHS. And there you see the value of Gul'dan on this map. Very hard to push into on the Shrine, just because of the texture of the terrain, meaning that everyone running, if multiple people run through, they're all eating those Fell Flame stacks. And he came already up to 23 stacks there, very close to that extended range. And once he gets that extended range, it's going to absolutely be hard for Jailbait to win any Shrine. That extended range is just massive. Now Kobo getting caught out. There's the stun, followed up with the sleep. Phoenix is there, and I'm pretty sure Kobo's going down. No Ardent Defender, or not Ardent Defender, excuse me. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Ardent Defender to save herself. But I like this. Jailbait saying, you know what? She's dead. Whatever. Let's push. Let's get value. They're going to try to get back into their 4-man rotations. Buy some time with the mid-siege camp steal. And then going to rotate their own siege camp. Some minions going to be lost here, but pretty even on XP. But now, Murden. Great position there by Cawthon. Seeing the enemy team coming in. Just stunning. Perfect timing on the camp. And with the Sylvanas level 4 talent, this camp will push up. There's a stun on the Gul'dan. Cawthon taking a lot of damage. Has the Elun's Chosen though, but Tyrande now put to sleep. So that's going to nullify out a lot of that Elun's Chosen. And Cawthon now very low. Going to need to back up, let that third wind kick in. There's a stun on a key to you. Galaxy a bit low. Needs to back up. Meanwhile, up on the top. Standard solo lane stuff. Kobo currently a bit low. But now, what do we see? Do we see an invade here by MHS? They have about a half-level lead now. Kiryu steps up into the bush. Oh, gets a huge stun. Fragstellar now could be put to sleep. He is put to sleep. The Blizzard by space. Elun's Chosen once again from Tyrande. Man, H2O has just been on point with Elun's Chosen in this game. Keeping people alive. Really good play there. But still, it's only survival. It's not winning. And at this point, that's become the problem for Jailbait is the last few times, it's been that they've barely escaped. Not that they've, like, barely missed a kill. It's that they've barely escaped the fight. And here comes a flank from Mal'Ganis, possibly moving in. Not going to find anyone. Currently, Sylv and Tyrande and Yrel cleaning up this mid lane. Push into bot. But Cawthon can actually eat this damage and let third wind kick. Now, we do have bottom shrine coming in. And a wall still standing for the side of Jailbait. A gank party, potentially. But they're going to see it, and I'm going to go ahead and guess that Muradin sees Ana shooting into the bush and thinks, I wonder if there are any enemies in there. Here we go, moving on to the shrine. Level 10s for both teams. We got Ardent Defender, Avatar, Ring of Frost, Wailing Arrow, Starfall for Jailbait. We got Horrify, Meme Beam, Holler, us. Ooh, Cawthon in the back line, trying to get onto Phoenix. There's the damage. Starfall comes in, as does the Ring of Frost. Meme Beam, though, trying to turn it around, and Fragstellar actually going to die to poison damage unless Yrel or Tyrande gets some heals out. But now with Fragstellar and Cawthon low, Ana's healing throughput just a little bit better at the moment. Kobo running in, but doesn't have the Ardent Defender. No ult stuff except Carrion Swarm, which Mal'Ganis is still holding. Great sleep. Yrel's going to go down. Here comes the Carrion Swarm, trying to look for the re-engage. But it's only going to be Yrel falling, but once again, we're seeing the power of Gul'dan defending this point. And that's only going to get worse come level 16, so MHS now in control of this game, has an opportunity to possibly go for a keep wall. If they are managed to get a pick off, they could do more even. Leoric already offside soaking. Death timers are short though, so let's see how they choose to play this. There are a few options. One option is give up, not go for the wall, and instead try to go mid. But they are going to siege up now. Jump over the point. Tyrande cleansing it out with that Celestial Attunement. There we go. So, wall goes down. Keep still standing and healthy at that. Was only an 8-minute Punisher, so not going to get the most value in the world. Bottom camp picked up now by MHS. They're going to start painting the map red. Just like they've been painting the town. Because it's an expression to paint the town red. I'm going to stop explaining myself. But now, seeing the members of Jailbait bot, we have the invasion onto the siege camp with level 13. I think they feel safe doing it. And now Gul'dan even harder to kill with that health stone. That's going to give him a quick burst self-heal as needed, and it's immune to the minus 25% reduction since it's percentage-based. Mal'Ganis moving in onto Cawthon. There's the sleep. Trying to buy space just to get this fort. They do it. Yrel comes in with a knockback, but not really a lot of menace to this engage, especially without level 13. Once once Tyrande has that slow owl at 13, that's going to help them deal with Gul'dan a lot. But once level 16 comes around, Gul'dan's just going to be like stacked all the time in team fights with extra Fellflame damage. So, Jailbait, they're going to need to win a fight here before level 16 and do something with it. But it's looking more and more difficult that they can accomplish that. By the way, I adjusted my sound panels. Anyone in chat, can you tell me, are the game sounds and my voice balanced well, or do you need to turn one up or down? Just let me know. With that, Bishop, unlike the gank onto Yrel earlier, that one was quite successful. Tyrande looking at the Bruiser camp, but they were on the siege. So MHS now going to rotate up to Bruiser. Equal level tier. Actually, they're not moving into Bruiser just yet. They probably want to wait until it's closer to time for objective. Murden going to catch out Kiryu here. Yrel is starting to rotate down, so possibly looking for an engage here. But with the fort wall up, easy to disengage on the side of MHS. They are going to move here now into this Bruiser camp. Tyrande going to spot it out. Are we going to get the engage? Looks like Jailbait wants this engagement before level 16. Cawthon jumping straight into the back, trying to get onto Pokeflute. Ring of Frost is going to secure the kill onto Ana, and there's the Starfall. Mean Beam forces the split. Galaxy going to die to poison damage. JK, he's actually going to die to a Fellflame. Now the engage onto Ekeep, though, and that is 4 for 1, and Jailbait will take that to the bank. H2O, you can't run that way. Oh, okay. Looks like they want to try to get this fort down. I don't know. Or maybe they... Oh, no, I see. They're attacking the fort to try to get the Bruiser camp to attack the fort, but didn't happen there. Still, time to get Shrine controlled now by Jailbait. They're still not going to have level 16s for a bit. So that is concerning, and that's fairly concerning. But it's largely fine. Okay. Thank you. Voice down a slight amount, game sound is fine. Okay. I'll turn it down just a touch. I turned it down by moving it away from my face, so let me know if this is better or worse. But anyway. Frozen Punisher now. It's a 5v5 situation. Jumps over wall onto Leoric. Great target for it to jump onto. Now Gul'dan gonna step up, throw out some Fellflames. Cawthon diving in onto Gul'dan. There's the Lunar Flare follow-up with the Starfall from Tyrande. But now the Sleep coming in, and Galaxy managed to just force his way through Leoric. Here comes the Ring of Frost. Gets the slow, but doesn't get any damage itself, but it's enough to kill Leoric. And now level 16 here picked up by Jailbait. This Punisher is still standing, but so is the fort. There's the dive. Cawthon gonna go for the engage. Finds Mal'Ganis. Lunar Flare is there, as is the Hunter's Mark, but not able to get the kill. Still, Frozen Punisher managed to shut the fort down long enough for Jailbait to get it, and they are right back into this game. Still a macro deficit, but getting the kills. H2O might need a peel out here. There's Lunar Flare. Now Ganis wants this one. That's blind as a bat used. But now Kiryu trying to get away, and Kiryu very low. Wailing arrow from Frag Stellar. Kobe dropped the wrist. Great kill there by Frag Stellar. And Jailbait, oh no, they find out Ekib, and Ekib is gonna drop. And Jailbait getting right back into their rhythm. We saw them in last game just finding pick after pick after pick. And now gonna start painting the map blue. Someone call Eiffel 65. If you don't get that reference, it's okay. I'm getting older. Phoenix is dead. And now it seems like with the kill pressure you have post 16 now, with all this extra damage that can come in, and the numbing blast of that root, at this point now you gotta start respecting. You gotta start playing a bit different. I think if you're on the side of MHS, because now you've just given up. I think it's in the neighborhood of 7 deaths in a row. Or at least 7 deaths to 1 death, starting with that Bruiser Camp top. So, MHS, they're still even on macro. I mean, that's the thing. They're still even on macro, and they're basically even on level. They need to not get picked off. They need to let Phoenix get up. They need to start getting their soak, get back to their soaking ways, and they need to basically find level 20 here, or at least get close enough to it that they can defend the next Immortal mid if 20 comes, or if that comes up before they're able to get 20. But right now, 5 people in bot, and that's not going to get you the race to 20 win. Ooh, and there is a Frostbolt. Could set up the engage into this choke point. Muradin coming in. Focus on Leoric. There's the sleep. Starfall. Kiryu jumping right back into it with the blind as a bat. Now running away. Great Horrify going to separate out Jaina. And that is the kill they needed. But now Kiryu needs to be able to walk away. But you have a nano boosted Gul'dan. And he is stacked on Qs. And he is going to town. QQ isn't just the button that Ekib is matching. It's also the emote that Jailbait just has there. Oh! Can Toronto get the heal? Oh my goodness! Ah, that was great. That's the best save play. Sylvanas, Fragstellar knowing where the healer is because of the poison damage, running to the healer for the heal. So intelligent, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered here from HS. They're going to get control of this shrine. Wow. That was good awareness there. Good escape by Sylvanas. Al coming in, getting vision on the point, but this is going to be a Mortar Punisher. So not the strongest version by any means. This is a healthy wall that is going to have to jump over. Bruiser Camp going to be grabbed to get some extra at pressure into this top lane. With top lane already pushed in, this is something that MHS, they need to be cognizant of. I still think they want to push, try to get keep, but be ready to have someone back and deal with top lane if you're not able to end the game here. This is a 17-minute Punisher, so quite a healthy bugger. Starfall coming in to buy some space. And this Punisher just absolutely getting nuked, down to already to a 30% health. But the keep is being pushed onto. But now Ekib looking like the focus. Good peel there by Kiryu. Kiryu going in with the sleep. There's the Entomb. Fragstellar getting horrified. But the cleanse there from Tyrande is instantaneous. And Gul'dan has the nano boost though. And starts to try to chunk out damage. But Jailbait is all over the front line. They kill both frontliners. Ekib gonna be the next to go. And now the question is, will Steelyman and Pokeflute get away? And Muradin with the double stun. It's gonna be a 5-man team wipe. And they are gonna run this down top lane and end the game. And Jailbait looking to dominate this series now. Looking for it. Leoric going to be the lone defender to come up in the next 30 seconds. And I don't even think they're going to need that long on the side of Jailbait. Keep is dropping, and that is absolutely going to be the game. Jailbait going to take this series 2-0. And Jailbait, you know, they said, like, look, guys, we're at the bottom of the standings because we haven't played matches. But we're still a team to beat in this division. We're a really good team. And they just showed it here. Taking Murky hit squad in pretty dominant fashion in both games. Murky's hit squad had some moments in this game. They evened it up. Or they had a lead, but then they had a lot of deaths. They win a team fight. They win the Punisher. But as soon as they get the keep, the turnaround came hot and heavy, and Jailbait gonna take this series. So with that, taking a look at the post game. We're gonna have to jump immediately into our next match, so apologies. No post game interview with Jailbait. I love those guys. I play HOTS with them a lot, so I'd love to do a post game interview. But I gotta get set up for the next match with Murky's hit squad. Just wanted to show the stats quickly. You can see Toronto once again with a lot of the clutch heals. Getting out healed by Ana as you would expect, but the clutch heals were just very, very solid. On the other side, he kept doing a ton of damage, but so did Fragstellar. And ultimately, when it comes down to kills, I think you got to give a lot of credit to Kofan there. The stuns were on point. H2O with the follow-up. To me, H2O gets the series MVP. The Loon's Chosens were very well executed. A lot of saves, great stun follow-ups. And I don't just say that because I play HOTS with him a lot. I consider him a friend in the game. I think he played absolutely stellar. Was fun to watch, but now we're not done with Murky's hit squad. No, they're going to come back. They're going to get revenge here on Winston Churchill's Manatees. I'm feeling it. But Winston Churchill's Manatees, they got something to say about it too. We're going to get set up for the second match of the night. This one going to be taking Jailbait 2-0. And we'll see you after a brief break. Enjoy the music from Lost Odyssey.